And we have Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur. When it comes to this game, assuming you're using starter for the rest of the game, this is how you choose your difficulty options. You have Bulbasaur, who's a bit of a bulky, stally mon. Squirtle, who was the best for the entire game, bit of an all-rounder. Charmander is the hard option. Charmander sucks in this game. Apologies to everyone who loves Charizard, thinks he's the coolest thing ever, but he really, really, really sucks in this game. You should never pick Charmander under any circumstances. He really stinks. Disgusting! Which is exactly why I'm picking him. Hey Internet, I'm TXM and welcome to the first ever episode of our Pokemon Red and Blue walkthrough. Now, the basic idea with this walkthrough is to provide hopefully high production, we'll see what happens, and hopefully entertaining, we'll also see what happens, but informative guide to Pokemon Red and Blue in a Let's Play walkthrough format. So, without further ado, probably start my stopwatch. Let's go. Okay, so Pokemon Red. Essentially, let's not continue. Essentially, with this game, I'm going to be trying to tell you guys the cool mons, tell you guys the item locations, tell you guys where to go next, what encounters, where you can get what Pokemon, all that kind of stuff. Now, this introduction, we're just gonna blaze through. It's very basic stuff, but we will be hopefully saying some of the dialogue later on. So this is, of course, the player's name, as you can see. So we're going for the classic TXM. It's the channel name. Might as well. And then we've got the rival, who we shall name Steve. Yeah, Steve. We can roll with that. We can roll with that. The official names for these guys are Red and Blue, named respectively after the games. And you also have Ash, Gary, their names that are used because, like, of the anime and stuff. But here we are in our room in Pallet Town. And now, let's just quickly take a look at the options and make sure you probably want fast text speed. Battle animations probably want to be on. And then shift battle style. Battle style essentially means shift means you can swap Pokemon out after every kill. Set means you can't. We're gonna go with shift for now, but I might change that. We'll see. We'll see. First things first. This PC has a potion in it. This potion is key. In this game, you can't buy potions which potentially heal your Pokemon. You can't buy them until like the second, third, I guess the first city. No, the second city. You'll see what I mean. But this is Pallet Town. As you can see, Steve lives there. We live here. Got an NPC. I'm raising Pokemon too. When they get strong, they can protect me. Cheers, mate. Lovely bit of goss there, I guess. Anyway, if we head north, this is when we get stopped. And now, I'm going to try and, I guess, read some dialogue. We'll see what happens. Okay, got to think of a voice for Oak. He's a bit of a mad lad. I felt really British saying that. Mad lad? I feel that's something that a lot of Americans... Do Americans say mad lad? I do not know this. That's besides the point anyway. Oak is definitely a bit of a mad lad. He definitely is a bit of a to him. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. He's got his bag, he's hopping back. I don't know if you heard the sound my chair just made doing that, but I'm scared for my safety. Here. Just made it again. Okay. I'm fed up with waiting. That's Steve. For the chair will not stop creaking. This is vaguely concerning, but alas. Steve, let me think. Oh. That's right. I told you to come, just wait. Here, TXM. There are 3 Pokemon here. Haha. They're inside the Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. In my old age, I have only 3 left. But you can have one. Choose. Right. Wait, no. Hey, Gramps. What about me? Be patient, Steve. You can have one too. Okay, so we are now picking a starter Pokemon. We have 3 choices. Let's quickly go over them. And this is when you can see hopefully handy dandy infographics coming up on the screen. So we have Charmander, the lizard Pokemon, fire type. We have Squirtle, the tiny turtle Pokemon, water type. We have Bulbasaur. We have Bulbasaur, the seed Pokemon, which is grass and poison. Sorry, I tried to click the stopwatch, and it just for some reason didn't do anything, which is grand. But you know, anyway, so those are our 3. And we have Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur. Now, when it comes to this game, generally there's a bit of a different. This is essentially how you choose difficulty. It's plain and simple. Assuming you're using starter for the rest of the game, this is how you choose a your difficulty options. You have Bulbasaur, who's a bit of a bulky Stallymon and is really good against the first 2 gyms. Squirtle, who was the best for the entire game, bit of an all-rounder. Really good against the first gym, does alright with the rest. Charmander is the hard option. Charmander sucks in this game. Apologies to everyone who loves Charizard, thinks he's the coolest thing ever, but he really, really, really sucks in this game. He's weak against Brock, who's the first gym leader, Misty, the second gym leader. There's a ton of rock, ground, water types all around the region, and they all demolish him. And really, it's not a good time. You should never pick Charmander under any circumstances. He really stinks. Which is exactly why I'm picking him. Being serious for a second, and as you saw, I did just pick Charmander. We'll name Meridian. Why not? After the famous Book series movie, I think. Something like that. That's not what I was going for. That's also... What are these symbols? We can name a Pokemon Pokemon. But as I was saying, Charmander does the darn thing. What was I saying? Charmander is essentially hard mode. It means that the first few gyms are going to be a bit more interesting in terms of what you're using. You got to think a bit more about the whole thing instead of just spamming a water type move or a grass type move. I really like Charmander. Well, not that's a lie. He's my least favorite of the 3. But in terms of, for me, an interesting walkthrough, an interesting playthrough, Charmander is 100% my pick, easily. Let's check out our Pokemon. And now we're going to absolutely demolish Steve. Come on, I'll take you on. I don't know why Steve sounds like that, but he does. As you can see, we have Steve with his Squirtle over here. And we're going to use Growl, because Growl is a status move that lowers their attack, which Tackle is based on. So as you can see, his Tackle is a bit weaker now, but we can use Scratch and hopefully pull out the victory, because we should be doing more damage. But he went for the Tail Whip that lowers our defense, and so cancels out our Growl. So we're going to Growl him again. Nah, mate. Fun fact, the pro speedrunning strat here is to pick Squirtle, use 1 Tail Whip, and then Tackle till you win. And apparently that's really good. And I thought we were getting our ass kicked here. Let's go for 1 Growl. So this should mean you should be doing... Oh, and he went for a Tail Whip to cancel it out. Mate. Mate. There we go. Oh, never mind. Okay, we're going to use our potion, which heals us up to full HP. Heals about 20 hit points, in which this case would be to full HP. We're doing so little damage, my god. Okay, there we go. There we go. Squirtle. Booty slapped. Don't know why I said it like that, but he is. We got level 6. Aragon is an absolute hero. There we go. Kick the buttocks of Steve with easy. He's gone. He's out of here. Smell you later, my good man. And if we take a quick look at Aragon, we can see he's fast. He's a bit frail. Special is essentially your special attack and special defense. So it's how well you take special hits and how strong your special hits are combined, which is lovely. As you can see, he's really cute. Honestly, I do prefer Bulbasaur and Squirtle, and I prefer Blastoise and Venusaur, but which is what they evolve into. But Charmander's cute, and we're now on Route 1, which means I get to talk about Route 1, I guess, which is great. Anyway, as you can see here, this is the encounter list for Route 1. Pidgey and Rattata. Pidgey, which we have on screen right now, is very much just it's an early bird Pokemon. It is normal flying type, and it is essentially, it's everything you think a bird would be. It's very much something you can catch early on, which has some decent power behind it, but at the end of the day, it's a bird. It's just a bird. This guy gives you a potion, which is great. As for Rattata, which should hopefully come up right now, it doesn't. I also have access to the speed up button because I'm playing on emulator, so I'll probably be using that during random wild battles as we progress. Right, Rattata. The rat is pure normal type. It's alright. It evolves into Eradicate pretty early on, which is a good thing. But generally this thing it's not meant to be the strongest thing in the world. It is an early Pokemon you can catch, and it gets access to some good moves. It has a pretty good move pool, especially when you get bring in TMs into the equation, which are essentially teachable moves. But I'm going to catch one because I think it'll be interesting to see what moves we can give it. But it is also a rat, so keep that in mind. We're now in Meridian City, which is the first city of the game. As you can see, we've got the Pokemon Center, which heals us. Over here, we have the trading, and we have the PC. The PC, you can kind of withdraw and put Pokemon in, bring Pokemon out, something like that. In terms of items in here, well, bring you over here. Shh, this is a secret. Watch. Really hope that was synced, so that works. But potion, which is pretty awesome. Now if we come over here, we can go to the Pokemart, which is our next actual destination. Because if we go in the Pokemart, hey, you came from Pallet Town? You know, Prof Oak, right? Oh, his order came in. Where do you take it to him? TXN Modo's parcel. We sure did. Okay, so now we have to take this back to Professor Oak. Which means just essentially going back through Route 1. Which we can do handy dandy thanks to these ledges, which make our life much easier. Ledges, you can't go like that. You can only go down them, if that makes sense, which hopefully it does. But as you can see, we just absolutely demolished that Pidgey. Now, we can't catch any Pokemon right now because we don't have Pokeballs, but we're going to get Pokeballs soon, so don't worry, I guess. It's just so in case you're wondering why we weren't catching the rat now, we're catching the rat slightly later on. We might actually call it the rat, to be fair. TXN delivered Oak's parcel. Nah, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thank you. His voice did many things in that second. Stay consistent was not one of them. Oh, what did you call me for? Oh, right, I have a request of you two. On the desk there is my invention, the Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've ever seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. TXM and Steve, take these with you. TXM got the Pokedex from Oak. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old, I can't do it anymore. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. TXM, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I borrowed a town map from my sis. My sis, who's giving out town maps. I'll tell her not to lend you one. TXM, ha 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 ha. So, I'm sure you can already guess the first thing we're doing, which is going to Steve's house and getting a town map from his sister Daisy. And the town map is essentially what it sounds like. It's a map. If you look, it's literally just a map. It just tells you where you can go, which is great. You know, it's a cool thing to have, so I'll take it. But we do not yet have Pokeballs, unfortunately, so that is our first priority. We're going to go and we're going to get Pokeballs from Meridian City. So we're just going to come up through, yeah, boom, here we go, Meridian City. Now, let's get Pokeballs. We're also going to have to heal up in a sec, probably, but that's fine. It takes no time at all. It takes no time at all. And in terms of how many Pokeballs to buy, I'd buy 6 personally, but it's up to you. The antidote heals poison, and as we're going into a poisonous area soon, I'd suggest buying a bunch of those. Paralyze heals and burn heals heal paralyze and burn respectively, but I wouldn't be too bothered. Sorry, my nose is having a seizure. I apologize if you heard that. My nose is actually dying real quick, but it's fine, it's fine. Anyway, let us proceed. Here we go. I dislike how... Bro, my defense fell. I'm honest to God scared of this Rattata. Okay, let's throw a Pokeball. Let's throw a Pokeball. I advise you do be smarter than me and not go into the wild to catch Pokemon with like low HP, because it just won't go well. But you know, generally, because you don't really want to use that potion by now. If you're trying to play well, you know, and there's one thing I do, it's not play well. So you know, let's see how this goes. But anyway, we now have the rat on the team. Let's take a look at the rat. So you should now see, hopefully, Rattata is base stats and all that kind of jazz, and the moves it learns when it evolves. Hopefully, I have no idea what I'm going to put on the infographic, but by golly, I'll put something there. So let's heal up, and then we've got one more area to explore, and then we'll be done with the episode. We're done with today's episode. So let us go over there. Okay, here we are in Route 22. Route 22, you can get a bunch of Pokemon here, namely Nidorans and Spearows. Spearows are, if we see, Spearows are essentially just a bird that's worse than Pidgey. So, I mean, go ahead, I guess. But this is the one we're interested in. Nidoran male. Now, Nidoran male evolves relatively early into Nidorino. And then Nidorino evolves through Moonstone, which you get an early game dungeon, into Nidoking. Nidoking is an absolute powerhouse. It's poison ground type. And it gets access to a ton of moves through TMs. And it genuinely kicks ass. This is the Pokemon used during speedruns of the game. During actual proper speedruns. It's really good. So we're going to name it... Florence. We have our guy, Florence. Okay. The other Pokemon you encounter in this area, Nidoran female, is essentially a more defensive counterpart to Nidoran male. But, personally, it's, I mean, okay, so it's more common in red and blue compared to red. It's 5%, I think, to encounter in red, and not 5% to encounter in blue. But, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I mean, it's more, do you want a Pokemon that's more attack-oriented, or do you want a Pokemon that's more defense-oriented? It's purely personal preference. But that's where we're going to end this episode off today. We did our darn thing. We got the starter. We started our adventure. We got 2 Pokemon on the side. For the next episode, we'll be heading into different areas, expanding our palettes, I guess, progressing in the game. All that fine stuff. So, if you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe. Yeah, you subscribe. And you like the video for more Pokemon guides and all that kind of jazz and walkthroughs. And we'll see what happens. Cheers.